Hard Eyes is the brand new slasher film that is releasing on Valentine's Day. This comes from the studio of Sony Spyglass, are the ones who have been making the new installments of the Scream franchise. One of the writers on this film is Christopher Landon. He wrote and directed both Happy Death Day films. In this movie, there is a Valentine's Day killer who's made killings across the country, but finally he's making his way to Seattle to kill couples on Valentine's Day. But he runs into someone who met on a meet cute. You have Allie, played by Olivia Holt, who is a struggling advertising worker. While she met meet cute at Starbucks, Jay, who's played by Mason Gooding. Again, they are not a couple, but kind of a meet cute fling, and our villain is going after them on Valentine's Day. Also in the movie, in supporting roles as police officers hunting down the Hard Eyes killer is Jordana Brewster as Shaw and Devon Sawa as Hobbs. The film is an hour and 37 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Zinnerberg. We're talking Hard Eyes. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie, TV show reviews, box office breakdown shows, movie franchise rankings, as well as out of theater reactions. If you like any one of those things, please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Comment down below. What are your thoughts as it pertains to Hard Eyes? If you saw it, did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you want to see more out of the horror slasher genre or these type of movies that you enjoy? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, please hit that thumbs up button. So without further ado, let's get into my review of Hard Eyes. And as someone who really does love slasher films, especially slasher films with comedy, I actually found this movie to be very enjoyable. I can see a lot of people, if you're not a big fan of slasher films, especially if you're not a big horror comedy person where the comedy and the horror are kind of near each other on the same level. If you're not a big fan of that, I understand this movie not being for you. I just had a blast. It's an hour and 35 minutes. The movie knows exactly what it is. And that's something that I wish more movies like this did, which is in a lot of slasher films nowadays, it's taken so seriously. Sometimes slasher films are just for fun, and this movie does have its share of gruesome kills, which I'll get into, but something that makes for essential part of making a good slasher film is have a good killer, have a good look, and have at least protagonists that you at least can root for. And this movie does that, including giving you some hesitation on the motives of the situation of our protagonist, which I was not expecting, but had a good time learning about. So obviously the first part of the movie is obviously it's a slasher horror movie. Are the kills good? And is the look of the villain or villains interesting? That is all true in my opinion. I wish there were a little bit more kills. I think for being a true slasher film, the film gets away with not having our killer kill as many people as I was expecting. But the kills are really vicious, and the opening sequence is awesome for this movie, leading into the title card. It is an awesome opening sequence, easily the best kill scene of the entire film. And I really enjoyed a lot of the kill scenes. The actual look of the Hard Eyes killer, I thought looks very good. I was actually thinking during the movie they could easily keep making more of these if they really wanted to with this, either with this IP or maybe other holidays. We've seen the Thanksgiving slasher called Thanksgiving. Now we have Hard Eyes. You can, and we've seen, even Terrifier get into the Christmas. You're seeing a lot of holiday slashers, which I've been enjoying as of late. And this one has the best look, resembling something of the holiday. Obviously, Valentine's Day, and the killer has a mask with hard eyes. But the look is very strong, very intimidating. And as I said, the kills for the most part are very strong in this movie. Even the punches, you kind of feel all of the punches in the film, which I also enjoyed. What I also said is important in a movie like this are protagonists to root for, and the perfect couple making this movie is Mason Gooding and Olivia Holt. Now, I grew up watching Olivia Holt on Disney Channel and things like that, so it's kind of funny now to see her in a big movie that's hitting wide release. She's very strong in this movie. She's definitely the lead character. She has going through a lot of things in her life, crisis involving an ex-boyfriend, then struggling at her job, and then this kind of crazy circumstance happens, but she's very strong in the movie. Mason Gooding is the real standout. Now, obviously, as I said, Spyglass made the last two Scream films, and that is where Mason Gooding got his name in Hollywood in a major way, and they rewarded him with a leading role in this film, and he's really excellent here. Like, beyond excellent. He's very smooth, charming in this film, very likable. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Mason Gooding become a big time movie star over the next 5 to 10 years. He has that if factor, that swagger, and that charisma that you could see becoming a big time movie star. So he really was effective here. The whole supporting cast is having a lot of fun. Brewster and Sawa in particular have a lot of fun as these cops going after Hard Eyes. I don't really get to see Jordana Brewster really much outside of the Fast and Furious franchise, so it's cool to see her have a little fun playing a very different role than she does in the Fast and Furious. But as I said, not just you care about Gooding and Holt's characters, but the movie has you questioning maybe one of them, maybe both of them could be involved in this somehow. And at least they put a lot of ideas into your head on not just who is the Hard Eyes killer, but who could be lying about what and who could be telling the truth about what. The movie gives you a lot of good red herrings and setups in the middle of the movie that kept me guessing towards the third act of the movie. But as I said, this is a very flawed, in my opinion. The movie does have a lot of comedy, which I enjoyed a lot of the comedy, but as a whole, I wish the movie, for most of its scare scenes after the opening set piece, are a lot of just characters walking down a hallway with no music, and then boom, it's either a false jump scare or an actual jump scare. I'm just so tired. Someone who adores horror films, I'm so tired. It feels like every horror film having the majority of their jump scares just be walking down a hallway with no score playing behind it, and then poof, loud noises comes up. I just don't get scared by that even close anymore than I did when I was a kid. I've seen it done a billion times. I think this movie could have had a little bit more inventive setup for kill scenes than just walking in a hallway, no score. They did it like 4 or 5 times during the movie, and I thought it was extremely lazy on how they executed that. And I said, this movie is pretty stupid. Characters are making dumb decisions throughout the entire film. Not the lead characters, but really the other characters make extremely stupid decisions in this film. A lot of the people don't feel they're acting the right way in this type of situation. Especially there's like one big public scene with Hard Eyes, and like the extras and the side people are not acting like there's actually a known serial killer, and they see them and they kind of just stand still. It does not make a lot of sense. And as I said, the overall movie is pretty dumb. But overall, this might not be everyone's cup of tea. I actually had a blast watching Hard Eyes. 2 really good leads, a very iconic, in my opinion, now upcoming killer with Hard Eyes. It made the holiday feel good. I had a blast watching the movie. There's some good kills, good lead characters. I enjoyed Hard Eyes. Overall, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5, a 66%. What are your thoughts on Hard Eyes? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.